Did you know that every time you see a desk video on the internet, the only reason why you're seeing that video is because the YouTuber wanted a free desk? How do I know this? Because I used to be that YouTuber. Our office. My desk. This is my desk. Well, guess what? Not anymore, baby, because I bought this desk behind me with my own big boy money. This is my sub $500 WFH modern, minimal, highly creative, self-driving, provides for me, calls me daddy, takes me out for walks when I'm feeling lonely, highly creative command center, and other buzzwords like that, which is just a fancy way to say I couldn't find a desk sponsor for this video. I built the desk behind me about a month ago, and the reason why is because I was feeling super uninspired with my old desk setup. I didn't feel that productive, and it honestly just became a place where I just stored a bunch of stuff, and then it just looked messy all the time, and I just never wanted to sit at it. And plus it was also super uncomfortable to work at, so I was just like not getting work done because I just didn't like sitting at it. So I was like on Instagram Reels. I know, Instagram Reels. I was looking at them. Who does that, right? And I saw this video pop up from this guy named Andreas Vidosa, and he had this amazing desk setup that I was like, oh, I think I've seen some of those items at IKEA. You know what? I'm gonna build his exact desk setup. So I literally did that, and ever since in the last month, I've been more productive and gotten so much more work done because of this desk setup right here. So I'm gonna go through all the items that I use to just get it done. So this is the old desk setup. I really liked it. My editor Lucas did not like it. How did he know? He friggin' knew right away. Just did not work for us in this situation. It just didn't have like enough leg room. That was a big thing. And also I went ahead and like jumped the gun and bought all these speakers and then just never ended up using it. So we were like, let's just get a lot more space. Let's find a way to have it like sit in this corner really nicely. And let's make sure that it's actually a standing desk so that we can like adjust it for all the different people that work at this office. So let's start with the pieces of the desk that you have to build. This is a DIY. I missed that buzzword at the beginning of the video. So you're gonna have to build this whole desk yourself. So this is the Carlby Walnut Kitchen Tabletop from IKEA. It comes in at $219. It looks so good, and the wood actually, even though it's veneer, feels like hardwood. It's very aesthetic, and because it's designed for a kitchen, you know it's fairly durable. Next are the legs. Now this is the Topsky dual motor standing legs. These are literally separate from the tabletop, but you can adjust the legs however you want. Now I chose to put the legs closer together so I could put the Alex IKEA drawers on the side. Now I went with the dark color because I felt like that paired really, really nicely with the walnut top. Now in this office, we're definitely going for like that mid-century modern aesthetic, and I think that worked really nicely here. So if you add up the tabletop and the legs, you're sub $500. If you do want to add the drawers, those are $110 each. So you're looking at like just a little over $700 for this entire setup. And it looks so good and so functional and will actually make you more productive. All right, so moving on to the chair that I'm using. Now I have switched up from the Joe Rogan space chair to the Regeneration desk chair by Null. Now this is a product that you can buy on the Fully website. I love this chair. It is so comfortable. This is the most comfortable chair I've ever sat in my entire life. The arms are adjustable, and you can also adjust the height, but most importantly, the best thing that we ever did to this chair is we added rollerblade wheels that we bought on Amazon. So not only is it quieter, which is so important when we have wood floors, because before it's like, and now it's like, yeah, it became a cloud. So if I ever put the desk in standing desk mode, which is not that often, I actually like to bust out the Fully float deck. Now this is fun because I actually come from a wakeboarding and skateboarding background, so I actually used to do this in my house on just a normal skate deck, but now this is just like the fancy version of it. So as an antsy person that probably has undiagnosed ADHD, this is a really nice way for me to like feel like I'm engaged with the call that I'm on or the work that I'm doing, because I get to move my body around. It's also just like a nice way to like build up your core and just maintain some nice physical energy around the office. So the computer that we're using is the Mac Studio M1 Max computer. If you guys want to learn more about it, we did an entire video about it right here, but most importantly, it's 64 gigs, it's really fast, and it's super quiet. Now, previous to this, on our old desk setup, we actually used to use a PC, and it was so loud. The fans were atrociously loud that we had to turn it off all the time when we were filming, and because we film all the time, we were literally turning that computer on and off. So it was just annoying for data management and our NAS and all this other stuff. So it's nice to have a computer that's set up all the time. I can sit down and work, and that's why I like desktop computers, because I just feel like I can show up and work in one spot. So the monitor that we're using is the Apple Display 27-inch 5K monitor. It's a great monitor. It's very expensive. I'm gonna call that out right now. It's like essentially like $2,000 Canadian or even more. I don't even know. It's quite expensive for what it is. There's a few reasons why I like it. Number one, it just works. I know that sounds hilarious. It always works. Two, has good audio. Three, it's very aesthetic. We are YouTubers. We film things for a living. I want my desk to look a certain way, and I just don't like the look of plastic computers. My foot hit the adjustable height on this. Okay, so it also has this thing called It also has this thing called center stage. So the camera in the monitor will literally like zoom in on your face a little bit and then follow you around. So as someone who paces during Zoom calls, the camera will follow me around. And then the clients are always like, oh, what a cool feature. This guy's living in the future. And the last part is that it has an anti-reflective coating. And because this monitor is literally right beside a window, you don't have any glare issues, which is something that we experienced with our old monitor all the time, where I had to close the curtains and make it moody and dim to be able to edit my photos without glare. For the keyboard and mouse, I'm using the one that came along with the actual computer that we purchased here, the M1 Max. So the new keyboard is really, really nice. The keys feel quite smooth. And I'm also using the Apple mouse. I went for the black one so it can match the aesthetic of everything. I'm still upset about the charging port. I don't know how they haven't updated it. Everyone's always complaining about it. Apple, you know what to do. Put it in the front. Fix that up. Just do it, okay? Mousepad is the Saatchi Eco Leather mousepad in black. When you put Eco Leather, I feel like that's just a way to be like, let's charge an extra $10 for this. I got it off of Amazon. It's held up really good. I feel like most of the leather products I've had in the past start to like waver a little bit. This is just working, and this is just to avoid scratches from the mouse on the tabletop here. It looks good. I like it. Saatchi Eco Leather. All right, this next one's a bit ridiculous. I can't believe I actually put this on my desk. Lizzie laughs at me all the time. Why does he have a cookie jar? Well, this is a timed container storage thing. So essentially, because I don't know how to control myself with my phone, because my like time is at like 6 hours someday, and because I work in social media, I'm always like, it's okay to be on my phone, but then I don't get any work done. This has actually been a bit of a game changer on the days that I'm like uber distracted by my phone, where I'm just like so into it. I literally take this off, shove the phone in. I can switch the time, make sure this doesn't say days. We'll do 1 minute. 5, 4, 3, and then watch the side here. Now it's locked in. I can't get my phone out for 56 seconds. What are we gonna do? Get some work done. That's what we're gonna do. Man, it's been a rough 40 seconds there. I had to talk to my editor. Okay, 3, 2, 1, watch. Yes, dopamine. Let's go. Nobody texted me. So as you can see, there's a guitar behind me. I actually used to be a full-time musician for a really long time. If you search Chris Howe on YouTube, you'll find some of my old songs. But I still like jamming every now and then, especially when I'm kind of getting stressed at work. I like to pick up the guitar and just like decompress while playing. Now that's an electric guitar, so I actually have a guitar amp on my desk. This is the Positive Grid Spark Mini. This is a new product that just came out. I absolutely love it. It sounds so good considering its size. It's lithium battery powered, so you literally charging and bring it anywhere. But most importantly, it connects with your phone, so you can actually add pedals in a certain sequence to get whatever sound that you want, literally using a phone app. How rad is that? But we also just use this as our main Bluetooth speaker to just have music playing around the office because it sounds good. So we usually just like vibe into lo-fi beats all the time. That and Bad Bunny and Spanish music. Those are the two vibes we have going in the office all the time. Moving across the table, I literally have felt coasters for all the drinks and all the iced coffee that we consume in this office to be so productive all the time, but mostly because we don't want water rings on the wood tabletops that are literally on every surface here. Now I understand why my parents got so mad that I didn't use a coaster all the time. Next, I have a pen from GroveMade. This is the GroveMade Pen Plus. The only reason why I like this is because it has little beveled edges on it and it doesn't roll off the table and then damage my white carpets by getting pen stains on them. I have a little catch-all here for all the SD cards that we're using in this office all the time because we always need access to them and we're always fumbling and searching for them. So it's just like a little catch-all. It's the GroveMade walnut dish, and it also has Toss the Pigs. If you know, you know. IYKKYYK. Next is one of my favorite products that I've ever purchased. This is the Unblk Analog. Now, the reason why I like this is because I mentioned this before, but I have undiagnosed ADHD, and lists are a very, very important thing for me. If I don't write something down, I will literally forget about it. Now, 10 months ago, I hinted at a product that I still haven't released yet, but this is my new product called Unblk. I'm very excited about this. If you struggle with having creative blocks or coming up with ideas for your next creative project, this is going to help you. If you want to be one of the first to figure out the updates on this product right here, I will leave a link to my newsletter below. And literally by signing up for the newsletter, you get a free course, 10 days to raise your rates. Each day you'll get a new email with a little tip on how you can charge more money as a creative person. I'm assuming you're a creative person if you're watching this video or you're working from home. Doesn't matter. All the tips apply to all the creative spaces, and I hope it adds value to you, and hopefully you can start making more money. And the only thing I expect in return, literally nothing. just your love and gratitude. Maybe watch a video from time to time. That would be nice. Or follow me on Instagram. That'd be cool. I like to keep a book on my desk because if I don't keep it on my desk and in my visual sight, I will just never read the book. So I'm currently reading The YouTube Formula by Daryl Eves. If you're a YouTuber, this book has been so valuable in terms of my workflow and how to understand how to title and make better thumbnails. Literally, if you look at my thumbnails in the last year, that's all from the knowledge I gained from this book here. And my views are up because of it. So Daryl, thank you so much for making this book. I need to finish it. I've been reading it for a while, but it takes me a while to digest everything. Also because of the ADHD thing for sure. Moving along to my headphones of choice. These are the Apple Airpods Max. Now I will call it out. These are very expensive headphones, but there's a few reasons why I like it. Number one, they are the best noise canceling headphones that I've ever used. So in terms of like something to be more productive, I found with my personality that I need to have zero distraction. So I literally put on white noise or like binaural beats or like Latin music, and then I put them on and I cannot hear anything else, and I can just get in the zone. I can find my flow state faster because of these specific headphones. I pretty much only wear these in the office when I'm working because I'll just show you. If you're just chilling, this is like a little bit uncomfortable. You feel like they're just like hugging you too tightly, like you haven't seen your aunt in a while, and she's like, it's so good to see you, and you're like, ugh. If you guys need a playlist or some new songs to listen to while you're editing some photos, I literally have my own editing playlist. I will leave a link to it below on Spotify. I love it. It's been curated for your ears only. Yes, you. Not you, but you for sure. And then I just have a really bougie walnut stand with like leather siding on it. It's from Grove Made. It's very nice. It's expensive, but I like bougie things. Moving along, I have a watch stand. This is literally just something I found on Amazon. It's walnut, has a little leather top on it. It wasn't too expensive. It's also not built that well, but it holds my watch, which is really important because when you're working at like a wood table, I don't want to scratch my steel bracelet, and I also don't want to scratch the table. So I literally can take this off and then place it right on the watch stand over there, and then I can just work, and then I can grab it again. And it just like looks also very aesthetic on the table, and it's very functional. Moving along, I have this white incense holder from Misk Goods Co. I actually really love having a nice smell in the office, mainly because Lizzie came in one day and she's like, why does it smell like Red Bull and boys in here? And I was like, I don't want to hear that comment again. So I bought an incense holder and I put it on, and it helps put me in a nice mood when I'm working. It's very relaxing. I'm older now, so I like scents and candles. That's a thing that will happen to you when you become 30. And a very functional part of our desk is we literally have this like clamp on surge protector from Fully, which gives you 3 more outlets and a USB-C and USB to charge items. Let's quickly talk about my audio setup here, which actually just literally lives on this desk all the time. This is the Rode Podcast mic arm, and then we also have the Shure MV7. This is essentially similar to the SM7B. It sounds really good. Ever since we started using this microphone, I feel like our audio has definitely improved on the channel. So this just stays set up. It's a great mic. It sounds good, and it's actually pretty affordable. And one of the most important parts of a desk setup, in my personal opinion, is the lighting that you actually attach to it. So I use the Lifix LED light strips. These are my favorite LED light strips that I've ever used. I've actually purchased a few other ones from Amazon, some of the cheaper brands, and I just found that like the communication between the apps and the LED just don't work all the time. With Lifix, in my experience, they just always work. Like if I bring up the app right here, I can literally change it to whatever color that I want for whatever shoot that I'm working on. I just love them. They're reliable. It creates a good mood and atmosphere, and that's why I recommend the Lifix ones specifically. And my last item, which you've not seen on this desk yet because it's been hidden, Mini Bop It. We're going to end this video playing Bop It, but if you guys want to learn more about my previous desk setups and the other desks that we still use right now, I will leave a link right here. Let's start.
High score 38. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it.
I think I'm going to get a high score.
Twist it. Twist it. Bop it.
No!
You can do this. Score 47.
New high score.